think it's recording. There we go. So, hey, just wanted to take a real quick halftime huddle here. We're just a little bit over the month here for August. And it's pretty cool to see what's going on here. But first of all, we want to give a little bit of an update on some of the things going on. So first of all, there is some back orders occurring, okay? And so we're getting a lot of emails, a lot of messages. Keith and Lindy are as well. They're working on it. You know, we're hoping that we're supposed to see Slim by the end of the month. Shakes are supposed to be out next week, which is going to be huge. Okay, so as things come back out, the canisters are coming back with the energy. Is there any other updates they had on the product line?
The vegan shakes.
Yeah, the vegan shakes are coming back. They're caught up on ID Nutrition. I do know that because we've ordered. It's been here. We also had some people who signed up on Monday and Tuesday of last week, and they're getting their ID Nutrition and full associate order in within about a week. So those things are coming on board. Keith and Lindy were at corporate today, and a couple big things are happening. Number one, if you have not seen this, we have tripled in size. So ID Life has already tripled in size in just less than 3 months. The other thing too is they're getting ready to release new products in September. Okay, so that's big for us. And I want to kind of backtrack to what that means for us right now. So one thing is we are really close to getting to vice president, okay? This household right here and this team, okay? This team here is really close to approaching the vice president position. Now, one of the things that we want to talk about with this is we're the only organization, okay, you guys including on this, that have reached this that did not come from an emerald or diamond organization from Avocare, okay? So we're actually approaching this faster than anybody else has in ID Life. We were notified of that today by Keith and Lindy, that we're one of the fastest growing organizations within the organization. So right now, it's kind of funny because Keith and I have been going back and forth. We've been neck and neck with Jeremy Bowen, who is actually Keith's 9-star Emerald, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty competitive. I don't want anybody to beat us. And so we thought we'd jump on here and share that with you guys. You know, for the last 2 months, we've been tracking it. Right now, we're neck and neck within a couple $100 of getting the vice president. I think it would be really cool for all of us to dig in. And I think it'd be really cool to be the first organization that's not a diamond organization or emerald organization that reaches vice president. And I think that would go, I mean, it's going to push a lot of momentum. But what, you know, one of the biggest things that I've been seeing that I think that's coming up for September is one of the things is if we can dig in, okay, and start really cranking up the recruiting. I'm going to talk about some of the things that we can do here. When we bring these people on board, show the people how ID Life has really changed the supplement world and the things that it offers. Think about what's going to happen. If we have 10 to 15 new people in your organization walking into September, when they launch new products, imagine what that will do for your business. Okay, you want to walk into those, okay, with momentum. Okay, we not be able. We can't hear. Could anybody hit me in chat? Can you?
I think that they have to like connect on.
Oh, they got a couple.
Audio-wise.
Brett, text me if you can hear me or not. Loud and clear for Jacob. Okay, I think you have to hit the audio on your thing. Okay, so we'll keep going here. So where we're going with this is August can be tough, okay? But one of the things that they came back from one of the meeting here at corporate is they said that September is ID Life's one of their strongest months. So already we're adding in new product on top of coming into a very, very good month, okay? What's that add up to? Formula for success. So for everybody in this team, okay, that's why we're taking a halftime huddle. What I'm going to tell you guys is go for the highest rank you think you can't get kind of thing, right? So if you're sitting there real easy at senior, get to executive, right? If you're a manager, if you're not at managing, get to managing and get to senior director, no matter what it takes. I mean, battle hard dig in. We're going to talk about a few of those things, because what's going to happen is if you can push for it now, then September it comes pretty easily, and you get those extra rank advancement bonuses, which is really cool. I mean, we've loved them. I mean, the rank advancements really do help. So it's times when it's kind of like when things are a little slow, if you can stretch, then when things get really good, it really explodes. And, it's kind of like, one thing I've learned from Grant Cardone and a lot of the readings says always do the opposite of what other people are doing. If people are selling, if the economy is really high and people are selling a lot, if the economy is really high and people are buying, then should be selling. If the economy is not good and people are not buying, you should be buying. So always doing the opposite of what everybody else is doing. So right now, okay, August is slow. Okay, it is. It's back to school, and there's a lot of distractions. The first parts of August is everybody's trying to get their last minute vacation in, then they go back to school, trying to get into routine. It's a mumble jumble mess. Okay, so a lot of people don't know what to do. They shut down. They get out of their routine. Okay, but if you and us, we stay on track. We do what other ones don't do. We don't let the distractions hit us. We stay focused, keep talking, keep doing as best you can, keep stuff in the pipeline, keep moving things. And what happens is you're doing what other people aren't doing, and you start gaining momentum. And that momentum then takes you in to a really high time. So that's one of the best things for it. And then you think about September. September explodes, new products, high end. But then think about what's coming. The roaring 20s. You think that 2019 was awesome? Wait till you see the 20s. Okay? They've been talking about this economy. They're saying the economy is going to even be bigger. Okay? So if we're coming into with a lot of momentum coming out of September with a bigger team, we hit the first of the year. And oh, by the way, if you haven't heard the news that they're going to launch something really big at the first of the year, okay, I just did it. Okay, they've been saying that now for about 2 weeks. So that's why I'm saying if we dig in now, okay, and really set ourselves up for September, what we're going to set ourselves up for in the first of the year is going to be extraordinary. Okay, and we've seen it before. We've seen the people who dug in and went to work. And so you start seeing what happens, okay? We've had this happen within our teams. We've watched people who've done this, and they pay off debt over the next 6 months. We've seen people do this, dig in. I've even seen people walk away from a job. Okay? We've had teammates that have done that, okay, because they dug in at the right time. We saw people who walk away from a part-time job. We've seen people who have added some major money and income to their finances because they dug in when other people weren't. So it's the distractions you got to be careful with. And one of the things that we've done, because it is really easy for this to happen. I think if anything, you get anything from this tonight, okay, as you're knowing what's coming, okay, what's coming next month, what's coming in the next 2-3 months after that, okay, is how do I focus around all this stuff, okay, because there are a lot of distractions. So one of the things that we've learned to do is we've learned to set time for our business, okay? And that time is just as important as an appointment, okay? If you're saying that, you know what, 5 to 6 o'clock is the time I'm going to go to the gym, you know, most of the time you go to the gym. That's your appointment. If you have an appointment with a trainer, personal trainer, that's 5 to 6, and somebody says, hey, can you do this? No, I've got an appointment 5 to 6. You have to treat your time that you schedule for your ID Life business to be that important. So in other words, if you say, you know what, tonight, 7 to 8, or it's 3 to 4, whatever it is, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, it's maybe the kid's down for the sleep, so maybe like 1 to 2 or 3, okay? That's your scheduled time, and that's just as valuable as a doctor's appointment, as an appointment with a trainer, an appointment, meeting appointment. Okay? If anything, it's more crucial. And somebody says, hey, you know, I need you to do this. You've got to be in the mindset that I can't, I have an appointment, or I have to work. That's my scheduled time. You know, you have to cherish that much so that you're consistent with the time put out through the week. And if you pick 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 7 days a week, it's your choice here on what you work and how hard you do it. And you will be rewarded because we're seeing it. You have to cherish that time. You can't let other distractions come in. You know, sometimes people call it the last minute, hey, let's go do this. And then you leave that hour and you lost it. Okay. or maybe something with the kids come up and it's over here and do this, or a TV show, or you can't be that lucrative with it. You have to really cherish it, because if you don't cherish it, it doesn't stay important. Okay. And that's one of the things I've learned, that, a lot of other things can come into our life and steal us away from where we're wanting to go with our goals and dreams and to build something. And that's why I think a lot of people, majority of people signed up here to earn some extra income. So, if we're not here teaching you how to do that, or helping you to do that, or inspiring you to do that, then, we're not doing our job. And so that's why I wanted to take a time out and get in a huddle and say, okay, look, guys, a lot of distractions in August. Let's get refocused. Let's finish out really strong. Okay. If you've got one associate, go get 2 or 3 more for the month. If you've got 4, hey, why not go get 4 more? Okay. But only you can set your goals, right? Only you can push yourself where it wants to be. Maybe you're at 500 in PCV. You know what? Set a goal to get to 1,000. That's a great goal. I mean, we've not missed $1,000 minimum in PCV since we started, because I said there's no way I will go through the month and pay for that darn website. I'm not paying the $27. That motivates me to make sure I'm at $1,000 of PCV or more. We had 2,000 last month. This month we're about 13. My goal is I want to get to 2,000 again. Okay, so set those goals so that you're able to reach for them and start to put them things down to put them together. So, I mean, that's really what I wanted to do, is just kind of get our minds wrapped around what this can do, okay, and where we need to be and what we need to be doing. Because I tell you, the one thing you don't want to do with everything that's moving so fast in this company is you don't want to be on the sideline watching other people run the ball down the court, okay, or be on the sideline watching other people get goals or touchdowns. You want to be the people on the field moving it, because the people that sit on the sideline and watch, we've seen it before. They go, oh man, I wish I would have done that. Oh, I wish. Oh, I wish. The wish syndrome. I wish I had that. And you don't want it. You don't want to have the seed of regret in your heart or in your stomach when you're seeing other people celebrate their wins. You're like, man, if I just didn't do that, or if I just, I mean, it's in the day, the TV doesn't cough out a check. And we also have to give up some sacrifices to move where we want to go. And that's your decision. It's not ours. And I don't think that I'm trying to tell you that this is what you got to do and you got to sign all these people up and you need to quit everything. But really, if you want to make a difference in your life, if you want to take your kid out of daycare, if you want to have more time for your son or daughter, right? If you want to have a retirement, if you want to be able to keep the doors open to a gym, or if you want to be able to, take a great vacation that other people can't take, then there has to be sacrifices or things you have to let go of now to do that. And we've had to learn that lesson. We've had to walk away from, jobs. I've had to walk away from coaching. We've had to cancel our family vacation this summer. We made that decision because, you know what, if we leave for a week on family vacation, 1, it's going to cost us money, and 2, we're going to lose the time that we need to be focused on teams. I stepped away from Lucas's soccer team full time. I only do a little bit of part-time with it. I help out a little bit when I can make it. But if we have a commitment or we have time carved out for ID Life, that's the priority. But that's because that's what we want to do. We want to take this thing to a 6 figures or more in less than, 10 months. I mean, our goal is to hopefully be a president by 2020, first of the year, boom, president. And that's our goal. But we know that along the way, we have to give up a lot of other things. Maybe some parties. We've given up family time. We've not went down and spent time with our family because we had to go work with teammates in these pages. We've given up that time. We've given up some birthday parties and stuff like that, or cookouts to go get in the car with you guys and do things, because we know that if we don't give every inch we have, we can't build it really big. So we just don't want to miss the bubble. And I don't want you guys to miss your dreams because you're thinking, oh man, it'd be so great to have whatever it is you're searching for. Why are you here? Everybody's here for a reason. Okay. And we want to make sure that you guys are able to complete that reason. We want you guys to be able to one day stand up on the podium and celebrate. We want to enjoy the journey with you. And that comes with some sacrifices. It comes with saying, I'm going to schedule my time and not allowing anybody to take that cherished time away what you need to do to build a business. And then last, we have to talk to people. I know it's hard sometimes. I'll be honest, we get nervous, okay? But we write out a list and we make ourselves do it. We have to communicate the passion we have for this company to others, even if they make fun of us, even if they doubt us, even if they say no to us, even if they look at us like we got a big zit on our forehead. I don't care. You can't have that. You can't worry about what people think, because if you keep moving forward, eventually what happens is they see you moving and they see the passion, they see what it's doing for you, and then they come along. But if we don't share, if we don't follow up with purpose, then you can't get anywhere. And you have to have purpose. When you ask somebody to take a look at a video, you really have to be like, I want you to take a look. Would you please look at this video? It's not like, hey, what do you think? Or would you maybe? You have to be very determined. I mean, you have to be intentional is the word I'm looking for. You have to be intentional with the words that you use and the mentality that you have. And some of the people here, some of our teammates have really high credibility. Okay, so people are going to really respect you when you step up. Have confidence in what ID Life is bringing forth to us. You know, I remember back in Advocare, when I first started in Advocare, I really didn't realize the strength of the business of network marketing. I really didn't understand it. So I didn't have that hard belief in my heart when I stepped forward with people. And there's some people in the beginning I never talked to that other people eventually talked to them and they went other directions. Where if I would have had that strong belief, which I understand now, I mean, it's everybody we talk to, we know that this could be a fit, this could be a help. You know, there's a person that we know that lives just down the road from us that we've always been nervous to talk to. And I just finally, you know what, I messaged and said, hey, I want to give you samples. Are you okay with that? And they're like, great. And I'm kind of like, oh, wow, like she said, okay. And then I gave them samples and I'm thinking they're going to say something bad about them. And messages back after a follow-up, these are the best shakes I've had. They taste really good. But see, that was my mindset, thinking she was going to say no, when realistically that wasn't the truth. So you can't let that fear set in. And I'll end this with this, is the thing that fear wants the most, okay, you know what breeds fear? Is time. When you give fear time, it grows. But when you don't give fear time, you crush it. And you should always move towards things that scare you, because that's where growth occurs. So if you have on your heart, like, man, this person would do really good with ID Life, but you're nervous, or you're getting ready to pick up the phone to call them, and you're like, no, I'm going to go in here and make me a tea, or I'm going to make a snack, or I got to get the right words. Just grab the phone and just do it. Just, hey, you're in my heart. I want to share something with you. Can I send you a video? Share your passion. Because when you move towards that direction is when things happening. And I'm telling you guys, we have a hold of something very, very special. That a year from now, 5 years from now, and 10 years from now, we're all going to look back, and the people that stay on board, trust me, I see, the messenger app that we use, and we send everybody in, all these associates going, I see people drop off. I see people left the group. They gave up. They quit. I'm done. I can't take this. And they disconnect themselves. I'm not going to do this. I quit. We see it, and it breaks our heart. But you know what? The people who stick and stay here, where I'm going with this is 5 years from now, they're going to be the people who are called the pioneers, right? And if you've seen that post this week from Joe Hedicek, the pioneers are the ones that go in the history books, okay? They're the ones that make a difference. They're the ones that their names go on the plaque when you're around at corporate. They're the people that people share their story. They're the people who step up on stage. They're the people who make a difference to so many other lives. So we want everybody in this page life to be impacted by the things that we do. We wake up every day thinking, how can we make this team better? How can we get the people that are on board impact? How can we impact their life? How can we get them from desperate to the light? How can we move them from good to greatness? And how can we empower them to share what ID Life has to offer? And how can we impact their lives and make them better people? We worry and think about things like that. And we want you guys to have that same seed. And we want you guys to go forward and do the same thing for new people. It just takes one phone call to change someone's life. That's the powerful thing here. There's somebody going to come into this business that's going to write a crazy story. They could be in this page right now, or They could not. It could be tomorrow. It could be next year. It could be 2 years from now. Okay? But at some point in time, somebody's going to come along, and one of our teammates is going to bring them, and it's going to be an amazing story. And we're all witnessing it, and we'll all go back and we'll talk about it and how we help them. So with that, guys, think about it. You know, in ID Life, we believe in freedom here on this team. So I just want to tell you guys to go fight for it tonight. Break, go out there, finish out this month strong, and reach for that next level. Fill the pipeline, take us into September with a lot of strength. All right, guys, good night.